Good afternoon, students. I hope you're doing okay. Today I have this presentation for you. The topic is stages of life, and we are going to begin with some new vocabulary, new questions for you to improve your ability to speak English and keep learning. That's what we are doing right now. Okay, during this presentation, you are going to see different activities. Well, I'm going to start with this introduction to the topic. Stages in life. Stages in life. What are those stages? And for that, I want you to think in the following questions. I don't know if you recognize this sculpture. This is in Egypt, and this is the Sphinx. Okay, I know you might heard of it. So here I have one important fact, and you are going to tell me the answer to this text. Okay, listen carefully and then think about the answer. You are going to write the answer of this riddle, and you are going to justify that answer. Okay. Well, it says that in Greek legend, the Sphinx devoured all travelers who could not answer the riddle it posed. Okay, what is the creature that walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs at noon, and 3 in the evening? A ver, tienen aquí un acertijo. Riddle, acertijo. Sobre esta escultura. Vale, el acertijo dice: ¿qué criatura camina en cuatro piernas o patas en la mañana, 2 en la tarde y 3 en la noche? ¿Qué animal es? Justifica tu respuesta. Esta es la primera actividad que van a hacer y me van a justificar por qué. Okay, think about this riddle to start with that first activity. Okay? Well, we are going to continue. This is the second activity. It says, look at the different life events and answer the questions. 2 questions. At what age do people in your country do these things? And do you think it's important to do each one at a particular age? Why? Why not? Here you need to add why or why not. Let's look at the vocabulary. Retire. Okay, retire means that you stop doing your current job. You are retired, and then you don't have to work anymore. You might be have grandchildren, because this is for people who had worked for longs of time. Okay, this is retire. Retirarse. Get engaged. Get engaged. Okay, this is before marry someone. You have maybe a girlfriend or boyfriend at this time. But when you're engaged, it means that now you have a compromise with that person, a commitment. Okay, so you are going to get married soon when you are engaged. Comprometerse, estar comprometido. Get married. Okay, this is after the engagement. Okay, you have a wedding, prepared to go to the aisle and get married in a church, maybe. Okay, this is then one life event that is important for most people. Well, up to you. Not all people, but mostly. Next is to get a driver's license. This is something that you can have, at least in Mexico, when you are over 18 years old. Some of you may have this driver license or not. Depends on if you know how to drive, if you already have a car, etc. Tener una licencia de conducir. Learn to ride a bike. Okay, this is important for some people. In my case, I learned at a very old age. I didn't learn it during childhood. Maybe you did it or not. Okay, but this is a important life event. This one is a little bit confusing. Start a career. Career, we mean working. When you have already passed university or do a technical degree, maybe. This is a career. When you really begin to do this work, the one that you study for. A comenzar una carrera, pero en el sentido de trabajo. Una vez que ya has finalizado la universidad o una carrera técnica, la llamamos como una carrera, pero en cuanto al ámbito laboral. Get married is already here, so we skip it. Go to college or university. So most of you might be in this life event. You haven't lived it, but you are in that process of going to college, right? Leave home. Leave home. When you want to begin your independence and you want to have things by your own. When you leave home, mostly when you are planning to have a stable job by your own, or your parents are no longer with you, you have certain age perhaps. This is leave home, dejar el hogar. And start family. Now you have a couple, maybe a girlfriend or boyfriend, and you decide to begin or start a family. That's something that most people do at different ages. There's not exactly one. It depends a lot on factors, on your education, the background that you have. Like here in Mexico, some people start their family life at a very early time. you can see it's different from town to city, how this changes. Okay, someone from a city might start their family life when he is already 30 or 20s, but they might have some focus on their life, other plans. They have other plans. Bien, esto varía mucho dependiendo de los factores en los que se encuentre la persona. No es lo mismo la edad a la que puede comenzar a formar una familia una persona que es del campo o de la ciudad. Okay, so you are going to answer these questions based on these events. Just give me one straight answer. You can answer in just one sentence or two. I have an example here. It says, in Mexico, people get married at different ages. Some at a very young age and others around 30. Okay, then you are going to answer just in general, like this. It doesn't matter if you write one sentence or two, that's fine. Okay, that's second activity. La segunda actividad únicamente me van a contestar esas dos preguntas, como en el ejemplo. O sea, puede ser en una oración, dos oraciones. No es necesario que me digan, por ejemplo, la gente se retira a los 50 años usualmente, la gente se compromete a tal edad, se casa. No es necesario que pongan todos. Únicamente pueden escoger por lo menos tres de estos eventos. Decirme a qué edad ustedes consideran que la mayoría de la gente lo hace y si es importante para ustedes o no es importante, ¿por qué? Okay, let's move on. Okay, continue with the stages in life. So many authors have some sort of different timelines. This is like a timeline, but we are going to focus on this one. Okay, how do we start human development? What are the stages in life? Okay, we started as a fetus in the womb. When the woman is pregnant. So basically that's how we start human's life, right? With this fetus. Okay, now from birth to 1 year, we can call we have a baby or an infant. From birth to 1 year, I told you some authors vary depending on the books that they are reading or the information that they have. Then you have a toddler. This is from 1 year to 3 years. Okay, it's basically definition. Preschooler. This is from 3 years to 5 years. You know, when you start going to the kindergarten or even nursery, from nursery to kindergarten, we consider this as preschooler. Then is primary school boy. From 5 years to 12. Okay, this is childhood, basically. Now we are going to see adolescence. Well, an adolescent or teenager, both are synonyms, are considered from the ages of 13 to 19 years old, mostly. You are in this stage in life, basically. Okay, now adult, in the adulthood, or young adult, you can also see that word. It's considered from the ages of 36 to 55 years. This is an adult or young adult. Some people also consider young adults from 20s to 40s, or more or less. It depends on the authors. We are going just checking this timeline. It's not precisely like those stages considered. Just one. Okay? From this age to this. And at the end you have an old person or elderly. This is another word. Elderly. People from 65 or 60, I can say, or more. Those are basically the grandparents, if you still have some, or people from those ages. We call it old person or elderly. I think it's clear. I don't know to explain it in Spanish, this part. Okay, for this, you have one activity. Okay, vocabulary. Put the stages in order from youngest to oldest. Okay, you have the words, and I need you to write from number one. Number one is the youngest, and you're going to write for all the words. Okay, you have 7 words. So give a number depending on the stages. For example, adolescent maybe can be number 3, right? Or infant, this can be number 2 or number 1. You can search for this task on the internet, or if you have some books, if you remember in some classes of human development, whatever subject you had that can be related, you can search to give one correct answer. Just write the numbers for each of these. Okay, so far there are 3 activities. This is the number 3. A ver, para esta actividad de vocabulario me van a poner del 1 al 7, dependiendo de cómo el orden de las etapas, cómo se van dando. O sea, ¿qué es primero? Por ejemplo, child, si pienso que es el primero, okay, escribo número 1, luego tal vez infant, número 2, y número 3, adolescent o teenager. Dependiendo de cómo ustedes lo encuentren, pueden buscar en sus libros o en internet y hacer esta actividad. Únicamente jerarquizar del más joven al más viejo, o en este caso la etapa que es la etapa primera en la que están a la última. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, let's check just some grammar. In grammar, you have verb patterns with a to plus infinitive. Let's look at 3 examples. We tend to leave our jobs. We tend to leave our jobs. Nosotros tendemos a dejar nuestros trabajos. We tend to leave our jobs. Tend to is followed by a verb in infinitive. Okay, this is important to remember in the grammar part. Look at the second example. Let's buy a camper to travel in. This is the action again. Let's buy a camper. Vamos a comprar un camper para viajar. Buy to. Buy to. Comprar para. O sea, ¿con qué propósito? It's difficult to understand your decision. It's difficult. Es difícil. Difficult is adjective plus infinitive. Always, when you have an adjective, you need to add to. Easy to. Difficult to. Always the adjective has to be with infinitive. It's interesting to. It's important to. So the rule it says that you're going to use infinitives when it comes on verbs like tend, plan, intend. Okay, all those verbs have the structure with to. Buy. This is another verb that has the structure with infinitive and the adjectives as well. Now this is the fourth activity. Just choose between A, B, or C depending on the sentence to practice the grammar patterns with to, the infinitive. Like the example, we are going to Costa Rica on vacation next year. We're going to is for the future. Okay? Just 4 sentences that you have to answer. That's activity number 4. La actividad 4 consiste en escoger la estructura correcta de acuerdo a lo que acabamos de ver sobre los infinitivos. Únicamente son 4 oraciones siguiendo el ejemplo. Ok, ¿cómo están conjugados estos verbos? Vamos a elegir entonces la opción que le corresponda. I hope this is clear. And last activity. This is a speaking practice. Well, as we are a bit limited by the audio recording, and I'm going to ask you then to write, or if you can, do the audio activity, but I need the evidence. I am going to read the instructions. Okay, read and choose one of the situations on the right. You have 3 situations. Okay, names and ages for each person that is saying the situation. And the instruction says, give at least 3 advices to change the current situation of that particular case. What do you need to do or buy? Let's read the 3 examples. I'm going to read them quickly and then explain for you. First situation, you have woman that is 45 years old. It's called Maria, and he is 43 years old. Okay, let's read the situation of them. They are accountants who own a small apartment in a city. They love skiing, but they never have time because the mountains are so far away. Okay, you are going to give them 3 advices to change that. Okay, what do they need to do or buy? If you choose that one, okay, I told you more or less what it's about. And then is this guy, I think, yeah, this is a guy, Ahmed. Don't know if it's correctly pronounced, sorry. And he's 55 years old. I'm sorry, he's 25 years old. When he was young, he wanted to be a movie star, but his parents said that being an actor was difficult. He studied engineering instead and got a good job. Yeah, sorry. He got a good job. However, he still dreams about being in movies. So think about 3 advices for him as well. And the last situation, if you choose this one, is Lucy. Lucy is a woman. She's 68 years old. She's retired. She's a retired teacher and gets a good pension. Okay, but she's bored. She never traveled when she was younger, but she likes watching travel shows on TV. I give you some information of each person. So that's your number 5 task. A ver, recapitulando, son 5 actividades que tienen aquí. Ok, empezamos con la primera, que fue el acertijo de la esfinge. La segunda actividad, que es sobre recordando un poco, sobre los eventos de la vida. Okay, 2 preguntas en las que van a darme una sola respuesta, ya sean 2 renglones, un renglón. Okay, después poner en orden las etapas de acuerdo a lo que investiguen. Después tienen esta actividad, que es únicamente elegir para completar correctamente las oraciones. Y la última, que es sobre las situaciones, escoger una y dar 3 consejos para estas personas. Las actividades van a estar abiertas para que las hagan en la semana. Okay, vamos a poner entonces como límite que envíen todo a máximo el viernes, que ya es el término, ¿ok? Bueno, sigo esperando sus comentarios y pendiente de lo que escriban. Thank you so much. See you later. Take care. Thank you for watching.